Legalpreneur Attorney YouTube channel. I'm Andrea Sager, CEO and founder of Legalpreneur. This channel is dedicated to helping you build the law firm of your dreams. If you have not already, get the free download, 99 Ways to Find Your Next Client. This is a completely free download. The link is there in the description. You will have 99 different ways to go out right now and start finding new clients. This channel is dedicated to helping you always have a consistent stream of new clients coming to you. Now, each week we dive into a new video going into more detail about the 99 ways. And this week I'm really excited to share with you. However, first, I have an announcement. So I was in my own way for a long time, many years. I've had attorneys asking me to coach them, mentor them, and I didn't understand. I didn't believe I had any value to give. I was just like, I don't know what you want to learn from me. But finally, I realized, hey, I do have something to share with the world, with other attorneys. So I'm very excited to announce a 6-month mentorship. It's called Sustainable Six Figures for Solo Attorneys, the 6-month mentorship. This is diving deep into your own law firm. You're basically getting my team, and we are helping you to build and grow the law firm of your own dreams. Very strategically, I don't say build and grow a multi-million-dollar law firm because not everybody wants that. Not everybody needs that. I built $1 million law firm within 2 years. And let me tell you, it was a lot of work and we made a lot of mistakes. And so I have really condensed everything down into 6 core modules. And we're going to be diving deep, like I said, because you get 6 core modules over 6 months. Every other week, we have implementation calls. These are group calls with everybody in the group, and group settings are amazing. It's not doing group work, but hearing from other people, hearing from your colleagues, your peers, it's very helpful in growing and seeing yourself higher and on and on and on. So besides the group stuff, you also get 2 one-on-one calls with me. These are 2 90-minute calls talking about whatever you want, but I have very good intake forms to make sure that we get to the core and the root of what you want, your issues. And then you get a one-on-one call, a 90-minute one-on-one call with my operations manager and a 90-minute one-on-one call with my paralegal. This is my paralegal. She was my very first hire and she's still with me today. I'm very grateful to have her, first of all, but I'm really excited that you get to hear from not just me, and you don't get to learn just from me, but from my whole team, because I would never be one to say like, oh, I did it all on my own. No, I would not be where I am today without my team. Like Cassie, the paralegal, she's just been there through everything, but she has helped me in more ways than I knew I needed. And she was just somebody that everybody needs a Cassie. Everybody needs a Kayla, who's the operations manager, but you're going to learn from them to figure out, okay, what do I need in my firm? Like operationally, do I need this paralegal? Do I need another paralegal? When should I hire this? When should I hire that? So it's really getting down to not the nitty gritty of the law firm, just besides your practice area or how do I get new clients? It's, hey, how do I make sure everything's running smoothly when I bring in all these new clients? There's still other things, other bonuses, and plus you get a year to our Legalpreneur marketplace. So this is where we connect you with clients and you get a whole year of that. So right now it's $200 for up to 5 leads per month, but you get a whole year of that included in the 6-month mentorship. So if you're interested, the link is there in the description. Sign up for a call with me. Basically, we hop on a call, make sure it's a good fit. I have already turned people down because this is not a magic pill. I know that some people buy programs or courses or things and they're like, oh, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to be great. That's not what this is. It takes work. However, by the end of the 6 months, you're going to have a streamlined law firm. You can work as little or as much as you want. And part of getting started with the program is figuring out what your goals are. It may be a hard fact to face, but you may not know what your goals are. You may just say like, oh, I want to have a successful law firm. Great. What does that look like to you? So we're getting down to the core of building the law firm of your dreams, but first figuring out, what does that look like? What is the law firm of your dreams? What do you want to accomplish? So we're getting down first to the root, the core goals, then making a plan to get there. So that's 6-month mentorship. The link's there. Schedule a call. We'll see if it's a good fit. One of the first things that we talk about in the course, in the mentorship, is mindset. And that is what today's video is about. Number 19 on the list, mindset. This is such a huge topic for attorneys because I know that we have all been programmed. We have all gone through the same training, the same beliefs, most likely. And that has caused this toxic work environment, this just toxic system, and miserable attorneys. Ultimately, that's what it is. It's a system that has created toxic environments and miserable attorneys. That's what I'm seeking to change. First thing that we have to change is our mindset. And when digging into mindset, if you've never done any like deep mindset work, I highly suggest it. But what is mindset? It is how you view yourself. It is how you see yourself, your self-concept. And in order to build the law firm of your dreams, or in order to always have consistent clients always coming to you, you have to change your mindset. Because if you're watching this video, you probably don't have consistent clients always coming to you. And you want that. And so a lot of times there's probably a belief in your head that's causing you to be stuck. And it's not just about having the consistent clients coming to you. There are a ton of mindset beliefs that we have to change as attorneys in order to change the toxic environments, to change being miserable attorneys. One thing that I always like to talk about with people is billing. Like, this is such an archaic industry and we have such archaic practices that it's time to change, and nothing will change unless we change. So one example that I always use is flat fees versus hourly billing. And I always understand, like, there are certain things that it just doesn't make sense to flat fee. However, in transactional practices, I think a lot of things can be flat feed. Even in litigation, there are things that can be flat feed. Me specifically, I wanted to basically do only trademarks. And when I started my law firm, I had so many attorneys tell me, you can't do this. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to only do trademarks. There's not enough businesses, or small businesses they're not going to want trademarks, or you're not going to be able to flat fee. You're going to lose out on money. And I just kept hearing all these beliefs. I was like, no, I believe something different. Like, I know, I can see it. I know what's going to happen. And one thing that I will always remember is I had my first $100,000 month. And I don't bill, or I don't work and then collect. Like, I collect and then I work. So I had my first $100,000 month, and my mentor that I had a call with, we were just like catching up or something. I was like, oh my gosh, guess what? I had my first $100,000 month. I was so excited. And he asked, was that billed or collected? And in that moment, I realized, oh my God, so many attorneys aren't collecting what they bill. And so it's almost like attorneys' hourly rates are so high because it's like insurance. They're already accounting for not collecting everything they're billing. So you're working for free half the time. And I'm like, F that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not working for free. And so I've energetically, I've never been available to work and not get paid. And it's really changing your energy and just knowing things can be different. So for me, I knew I'm not going to charge hourly. I'm not available for people not paying me. And that's because I don't work until I get paid. And another piece of that is when you send out those bills. So if you're somebody that bills hourly and you send out the bill, change your mindset already. If you when you send that bill, you're like, okay, I'm only going to collect 70% of this, or 50%, whatever the number is. If that's already in your head, you've got to change something in your mindset, because it does not have to be that way. I understand that's how it's been, but it doesn't have to continue being that way. If you work, you're getting paid, and you're getting paid for what you worked. If clients want to, ask for a discount or question this or question that, something's got to change. What specifically, I don't know, but you've got to change something in your practice. Maybe it's having stricter policies. Maybe it's having stronger boundaries. That's a lot of what it is for attorneys as well, is having stronger boundaries. One thing that I was very adamant about at the beginning as well is not working when I didn't want to work. So at the beginning, I did work weekends. I worked a lot of nights. I was a workaholic at the beginning. But now, like, I slowly got out of that. I was like, I want my weekends for me and my family. I want my nights for me and my family. And now that I'm a single mom, I do not work at all if I have my kids. And I have had a couple of clients that have reached out on weekends or nights, and they're like, "Hey, this is an emergency. Can I get your help?" I'm in a practice area, or I was in a practice area that had no emergencies. And I know that this is something that a lot of attorneys struggle with, is not holding those boundaries. And so there's literally nothing that I can do on a Friday night or a Sunday night that's going to change the outcome of something that if I just waited till Monday. And because of that, and there's very few things, like, I understand if you're in family law, criminal law, you gotta do those things. But if you hold those boundaries, you don't have to work on weekends. You don't have to work on the night. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. And I've had clients on the weekends, even, up last year, I had a client that contacted me. I think it was like a Saturday. She's like, "This is an emergency. I need your help as soon as possible." I was like, "Hey, thanks so much for reaching out." She like stalked me on every social media platform as well, and because it was a weekend, and I don't respond to emails on the weekend. And she's like, "Well, can I like pay you? Can I extra? Can I pay somebody on your team?" And like, there's literally not a dollar amount that somebody could pay me to work on a weekend, especially when I have my kids. And I told her, no, like, we don't work weekends. Like, we value our time with our family that much. We're just not available for that. And did I lose her as a client? Absolutely not. She paid me a lot of money the next week to get some things done for her. But it's also because I had counseled her on this previously. She didn't listen to me. So if you choose to not listen to me, like, that's okay. Like, I'm not going to be mad. That's you. But when you contact me a year later and say, "Hey, it's an emergency," it's not an emergency. Like, you chose not to listen to me. And I've just always held that standard. Like, I'm not working when I don't want to work. So there's not a dollar amount that will get me to pay when I don't want to work. So that's just some of the things that we need to change as attorneys. Like, if you don't want to work on the weekends, don't work on the weekends. And it really can be as simple as that. However, if you have been blurring the lines, not holding your standard or your boundaries in your practice, it may take some time to get there with your clients. But it can be done. Even if you've been working on the weekends for years for certain clients and they want to, like, it can still be changed. No matter what it is that you want to change, it can be changed. However, nothing is going to change unless you change. So what do you need to change, especially about your mindset? That's what you have to get down to the root of. So, and this is what we cover in the mentorship. The first part of it, we're talking about mindset. So, and it's getting deep into your subconscious, because a lot of these are subconscious beliefs to figure out, what are my beliefs? Many of us are just operating and letting life happen to us. We're not intentionally building and creating our life. And so that has to change. And we have to get to the root first. What is in our head? What is between here that needs to change? And that's what we're doing in the mentorship. So we get down to the root beliefs, the core beliefs, and then we change them. Because whatever you believe to be true is true. And if you are consciously thinking something, but something else is physically happening in your world, there's something subconscious that needs to change. And it happens to all of us. Like, there are plenty of things that I'm like, consciously, I want this. However, it's not happening, and it hasn't been happening. So I know there's something going on subconsciously in here that I have to fix. So that's mindset. I can talk about this all day if you can't tell. But let me know in the comments, what are some of your beliefs? Maybe consciously, or you think it might be a subconscious belief that you have as an attorney that you want to change. anything can be changed. You can literally you can have the law firm of your dreams, but you probably have to change some things first. You have to change some beliefs. You have to set some things up. You have to do some things first to make that happen. All right, if you're interested in the mentorship, if you are interested in changing your mindset, figuring out who your ideal client is, how to get in front of that ideal client, how to streamline your sales process, how to truly grow the law firm of your dreams, get in the description, click the link, schedule a call with me. We will chit chat about it all. I am really, really excited. We only have 7 spots left. And we start the group calls June 27th. So you have until then to join. And between now and then, we've got to hop on a call. So if you're interested, get on that now, because it's either until June 27th or until all 7 spots are filled. I'm really excited. I was in my way for a long time because I honestly didn't. It was my own mindset. I was like, oh, I don't have anything to teach other attorneys. Like, I don't know. And it was a lot of imposter syndrome as well, because I'm very young. But I finally got out of my own way. I was like, I'm actually doing a disservice to the world if I'm not sharing this. And once I got around that, I finally reconciled all those beliefs in my head. I was like, let's do this.